Bill O'Neill, winner, winner, winner. Bill O'Neill advances for title. Indeed, the birthday girl, Stephanie Zavala.
9 to make the show. There it is.
He yelled, do it, and he did it. BJ Moore makes the show. 10 is a win for Snodgrass. Title number 6 on the PWBA Tour.
Off his hand, it looks good. It looks good. He's done it. He's done it. And welcome to continued coverage here. Practice sessions at the 2026 USBC Masters, Allen Park, Michigan. Thunderbolt Lane, C Squad on the lanes right now. Craig Elliott and Jim Callahan. Jimmy, we've seen a couple practice sessions. Third group of 130 on lanes right now. Patterns want to run 3 different times. Seeing guys try different stuff.
I see guys way too far to the left based on, what I talked to Nick about. And it seems like guys are at 20 on the fresh, which I think is a little bit excessive. I think a few guys stayed to the right. You can see that kind of V where guys are to the right, guys are to the left. I don't know. It doesn't. It looks a little sketchy so far.
The biggest field in bowling, 390 competitors going to take the lanes over the next 3 days of qualifying here at Thunderbolt. And top 64 make it to the bracket. Defending champion, Gary Haynes. What do you think about his chances this year?
Yeah, I watched a few of the lefties. It looked okay. We'll see how it plays. He's automatically in. It depends who he draws, too. I mean,
Sure.
This whole tournament is all about who you draw when you get into the round of 64. And, he's got a good chance than anybody else, to be very honest.
One of our favorite tournaments of the year. A lot of qualifying, 3 different squads. Fresh, burn, back on their fresh over the next 3 days. We'll go through the schedule, go through the oil pattern, all sorts of other stuff for the next 15 to 20 minutes here on Bowl TV. And welcome to all our viewers out there on YouTube as well. Let's bounce around, look at the other channels, see who's in the building here for C Squad. And the first one, Jimmy, one of our favorites right there, Shota, back in
Shota
the
Kawazawa.
States.
Shota-san. We miss him. He's a great man. Right next to him, we got D Tang, who seems to have a pretty good look. I think D Tang's playing the lanes pretty good. I mean, I think you should be a little bit farther to the right with your hand up the back and, kind of control the front part of the lane.
Well, this group's got some experienced players there with Trey Hendricksmeyer, Sean Nauman, great player from Florida, Braden Malish, and, of course, Ryan Barnes, fresh off a TV show at the Indiana Classic. So, this group with Darren Tang, I'm sure they got a couple ideas on how to play things the right way and see if it works out in their favor.
Yeah, this
I
is a good
mentioned,
group.
sorry about that, Jimmy.
No,
we
I'm
have
sorry, go ahead.
8 channels. Everybody can watch all 8 channels at any time during the practice session and during the regular qualifying for the event. But go ahead, you're going to say something about Darren?
No, this is a really good group. I mean, like you say, I think the farthest left should be about 12, 13, where Darren was right there. I'd like the hand up the back. I don't like super big balls, dull. I think you could use a big ball that you can have a little bit of surface on, not a lot, but we'll see. I mean, we'll see what Ryan's doing now. Woo. Can I get a woo? It struck, but
little far left there. Is that what you were thinking? Is that what the woo was for?
he threw 3 balls.
Yeah.
He's at 17.
Yeah. He's got lots of room left. You can go even farther if he needs to. Scaring you a little bit, is he?
Be interesting to see if he gets steep on one, if it hooks to go across that speed bump, and then you got, if you go a little like Shota just did there.
Watch one more shot of Ryan Barnes and then Darren Tang, and we'll start bouncing around, show you some of the other
There it
players
is.
in the building.
There's that speed bump.
This is Channel 2
Who we got?
and Channel 3, 35 to 38.
Dave Northcutt. You got Dave Samard. You got Joey Pants looking like a normal guy. He's got black slacks on.
Come on.
What is that?
J.R. Raymond making his debut in 2026 on that pair as well, and David Samar. David's been bowling pretty good the last couple of weeks.
He's a good bowler. He's had some big runs in this event as well.
Manuel Otalora on the left side of your screen with Nordhaus. So if you like to watch these players, you can. There's a Sean Lavery Spar as well. This is Channel 3, lanes 35 to 38. You see right there in the top of your screen. In neon lights. How about Channel 4, 39 to 42? Dio Bernard.
Bernard, the guy that wins every tournament he bowls.
Yeah, he won a sweeper here yesterday, so he just kept that winning tradition going.
He won a regional this weekend too, by the way.
You know what? I'm going to take him to the casino if he wins that much. Let's go.
It's amazing.
Let's go win some money, Dio.
There's
Is he
our
old
boy
enough to even
Nate
get in the
Purchase.
casino?
No. Yeah, he's 22.
Yeah, he is.
He's
He
22.
is.
It always seems like he's about 18.
So we got some of the youngest in the field with one of the oldest in the field here, old Brucey Falcon.
Better watch it. He's taking you to dinner tonight. You better be nice.
Oh, yeah. Well, he didn't say he was paying, so I don't have to be that nice.
Yeah.
Your guy, this is Lewis? This is who you're talking about?
No.
Is that your guy earlier, the Canadian? Lionel Lewis?
No, he
is that
bowled
your-
earlier.
Oh,
He
okay.
bowled earlier.
All right. You had me excited there for a
Lionel
second.
Lewis, he great bowler from a long time ago.
David O'Sullivan over on the right side of your
Yeah.
screen. Channel 4 here, 39-42.
It'll be interesting how Dio attacks the lanes. He should be a little bit more left with something that's a little bit cleaner. I've heard some of the lefties have used mix, axe, so we'll see what he does over there.
We're going to bounce over to Channel 5, 43-46, and one of my favorites. Right there he is, Jimmy. Ronnie Sparks.
Ronnie Sparks. Who's that just threw that one? Keegan Alexander right there from Mount Mercy. Hanging around all the kids. Jean Perez, the man that makes more money than any amateur bowler, other than A.J. Rice, who's in the field as well, with about 387 300s and 297 800s. Not real numbers, but he's got a
It's
lot.
pretty close. Though.
He's got a lot of them,
Pretty
like
close.
every week.
Yeah.
You got Brent Boho, who's made the top, that 4 for 3 round for the show when it was in the Gold Coast a few years ago when Butters won.
Yeah, Brent's a grinder. We see him a lot of these different events. It's just he needs to have a full year of staying healthy. He's
there's
had some
always
wrist
something
injuries
wrong
a little
with
bit, and then it'll sore back and a few other things. And bounce around even more. Channel 6, 53-56. A.J. Chapman, Bo Peterson, Sam DeWitt, D-Ron Booker, Tim Foy, Pat Champion there, and D-Ron.
2 years ago, he won at the Suncoast. Sam DeWitt, solid bowler. Like you said, A.J. Chapman coming off a couple good weeks of decent bowling. Over here on the right, who do we got?
Nick Pate, looks like
Pate.
that.
The back of Lonnie Wallachek's head, one of the reps from Motive.
Lonnie's
PBA champion.
doing work again this week.
Yeah.
We'll jump out here real quick. Channel 7, 57-60.
Justin Veach, Will Clark.
We talked quite a bit a few weeks ago about Dio throwing backup ball. Justin he throws backup ball up the left side once in a while too.
Brandon
Pretty
Boone
interesting.
looks like an old man now. What happened? He used to be a little kid.
He hasn't been little for several years. He's what, 6'5"?
Yeah, I mean, but there's a kid that's bowled well here in the past along with his dad. I mean, you can't ever count him out in this building as well. He's won the U22 here as well. So, yeah, he's a guy you got to pay attention to.
Now the local guy, Corey Miller, over there on the right side of your screen as well. Continue on to Channel 8.
Rolling
61
along,
to
baby.
64. How about another local legend right there? He is Carlton Chambers, Seabo himself.
Where's Seabo? I don't see him. Oh, there he is, down the bottom. I didn't see him. Kevin Williams sighting. Guy with the different color shoes and no socks. Oh, he's got socks on, short ones. Is that the colors he had last week?
Yeah.
Pink left, blue right?
Same thing. Might be time to mix it up. Maybe change the mojo a little bit. Get luck going in your favor.
Got Maldy over there on the left, too, on 61.
Maldy having a pretty solid year. Started out pretty good at the Players. Of course, made the show 2 weeks ago in Decatur.
Yeah, he's playing very well. Brandon Bonta, the new rookie earnings record holder. And Bug Crow had some difficulties on a TV show, but bowled great to take the lead yesterday. Or a
Who
couple
has
days
had
ago.
many troubles on TV there. Graham Fa on the right side of the screen as well.
Michael Martell, who made a TV show here a couple years ago for his first TV show.
And our final channel you can pick and choose from, Channel 9. I see Kyle Troop over there.
My man Minnow got the ice cream pants on today. He's ready to rock and roll.
And how about that veteran right over there on 67 and 68?
Jack Jurek. Runner-up to who? Tom Hess. When Tom Hess won the Masters. There's Simon wandering by. Say that name there for you. How's that one?
Bill. Yeah, I'm
Bill,
going.
okay. Look at it. I didn't know there was wrestling in town this week. Schlemmer walking across. Look at the size of him.
Dennis. That's Dennis. I'm not even going to try. Dennis S. from Buffalo, New York.
Sir Mazowitz?
Yeah, let's
Not
go
bad.
with that.
We can go with that.
Yeah,
I'll go with that one.
we'll go with that.
There's a USBC Hall of Famer's son, Jeff Fair. Great bowler, Steve Fair's son. Pro shop at Western Bowl for many, many, many years. You got Simon, who's probably the hottest player on the planet right now. You got Jason Pavlenko. Very good bowler if he doesn't leave anything stand on the lane. He's a friend of ours. Don't worry, folks.
He knows.
Father, one of my best friends, Steve Pavlenko Sr.
He knows we call him, or I call him 9 dash. That's
Yeah.
all right. That's all right. Striking up, spares don't matter, right? That's what we've learned the last couple of years. Just throw more strikes.
Yeah, I like where Jack could be. We're going to see an old guy bowl good this week, I'm telling you. Whether it's the guy standing next to us, Chris Barnes, Jack Jurek, somebody over 50 is going to bowl good.
How about if Jurek and Hess both make the bracket and bowl each
Forgot
other
Hess,
again?
yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah.
They won't. They will.
Anything can happen.
You know what I mean?
Anything can happen.
They will. I could see them both making it on this pattern.
So that's all the chance we have to offer. That's a bunch of the players out here on this squad, C squad. And now we will take a look at the oil pattern these players are competing on this week. Jimmy, there it is one more time. The 2026 USBC Masters.
Got 41 feet, 35.59 mils of oil, the most oil that we've had on tour this year. Ratio is 1.87 to 1. The drop brush is only 2 feet. It's not applying any oil at all those last 2 feet, so they have a little bit of buff out there. In talking to Nick Hoagland this morning, he is ideally planning for the players to be in that 5, 6, 7 mode at the beginning. As far left as 11 if you have a little bit higher rev rate. And I agree in watching. I don't think you don't need a super lot of surface. I think actually a big ball with some surface underneath with a little bit of shine on it would be okay to the right. And then from there, if you're going to stay to the right, you could use a cleaner ball with a little bit, a pearl ball with a little bit of surface. But I got to tell you, I see a lot of people really left.
Pearl symmetric or pearl asims?
Pearl symmetrical. We want it to be round. You don't really want it to come off it too hard. But, I see guys at 20 already. I'm very curious how it's going to play out tomorrow when guys are crossing together. Got to remember you have no spare balls going down the lane either, which will make it even more tighter as we go forward. But, you also see that line going across. That's a speed bump. What that does, if you get too steep, it makes it where your ball won't shape the correct way. So there's some landmines out there to help you, not help you, actually slow you down a little bit. But ideally, he'd like you to play straight. And I'm going to be honest, I've been to about 20 or 25 Masters. Playing straight's always the way to go. You always start out 7, 8, pretty up the lane, and then you can ball down from there. But I see a lot of guys not really following that plan right now, just like the gentleman we just saw right there at 20, and he struck. So
yeah, that's Arnard Johnson. He's got one of those big rev rates, big, heavy-handed. So some of these youngsters, I'd like to get in and, hey, Jimmy, chicks dig the big wheel, right?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. Guys like the rev rate. There's your speed bump you just saw for Ronnie Sparks. You get steep going away from the pocket, it doesn't want to pick up.
No, you were talking about a lot of sleepers. Ronnie's a guy that could sneak in this bracket and do some damage. Lives here, bowls in this building a lot. Very accomplished player, just doesn't spend a lot of time on tour. None of those guys from Wichita. And
great
over
bowls.
This place.
Yeah, like you said, you can't go 5 feet without throwing a rosin bag and hitting one, as you said in the past. There's just a lot of really good players. This squad looks very strong, actually.
So that is our oil pattern. Let's take a look at the schedule. You can see what our plans are for the next several days here. A squad, B squad, C squad tomorrow, 8, 12:30, 6:30. Same times every day. We'll just change the lineup, but it's fresh, burn fresh. So ABC, BCA, then the old Cab squad on Thursday. Then Friday, that's when the fun starts. Match play, 10 a.m. with the left side of the bracket. And then the right side, all on fresh. And you just start trying to hang on and stay in this tournament if you make this top 64 starting on Friday. And then live show on the CW, 4 o'clock, Sunday the 29th of March. That is our schedule for the week. You all know where to find us. We'll be right here live on Bowl TV. So we're a good 30 minutes now into this practice session, almost 27 minutes in. We really haven't watched this long into a few of the other sessions. Are we starting to see guys move around a little bit, Jimmy? What are you seeing? Anything different?
I like what Darren Tang's doing. I mean, that went high, but he got around that one. And I think that's a little too big a ball. But I think that's the spot you should have transitioned to by now. I mean, there's guys, if you look, that are, I mean, with Hank standing there, Hank's not going to let him get too far to the left.
The one thing that surprised me, and this is the third practice session we watched, guys aren't moving around.
No.
They're grabbing a pair and just staying there.
Yeah. I talked to Brad Miller a little bit last squad, and he went from the high end to the low end. He stated that the high end hooks considerably more.
Which is why we expect guys to
end.
move around. Brad was one of the few that I think really did that, but we've seen the majority of guys just kind of camp out and stay. Was that a Polis Bionic?
Yeah.
For Ryan Barnes? That ball's been pretty popular so far this season. Won a few
Should be
titles
interesting
already.
to see what this does. Yeah, it's got 3 titles for the year so far.
But you were talking, you like a little more surface ball. That looked pretty shiny.
Shiny solids are okay.
Okay. Well, and if
A little
you
bit of surface
throw like
on the
Ryan
pearl.
Barnes, then I guess,
Yeah.
you know,
Doesn't really
the
matter.
the box might hook.
He could throw a rock from out front.
So that's what we got going on here at Thunderbolt here in Allen Park. Of course, the finals will be taking place in the Strobel Arena, just a few feet to our left. So if you're out there on YouTube and you're not a Bowl TV subscriber yet, well, what are you waiting for? Now's your chance. We've got the Masters this week and also a PWBA regional from Pennsylvania this weekend.
From Bethlehem. 3 more Wichita guys
Yeah, they're
right here.
everywhere. They're
1,
everywhere.
2, 3. Yeah. Braden Malish. I like where Braden Malish is at. Ryan is a little too far left.
Yeah, he's fishing, right? He's just looking to see what's
Yeah,
there.
he is. I mean, he had something to the right where he's a little farther over there. I think Ryan plays the lanes very well.
I just saw something we haven't seen in a while. Dio did not throw a strike. Yeah, pins flying all over deck, but he did not strike.
It's amazing. He strikes everywhere, but he hasn't figured out the formula how to strike on tour a
Oh,
lot
but
yet.
his one win was in what building, Jimmy?
Here.
Yep. Yes,
Yeah.
it was. A couple years ago at the World Series of Bowling.
There's a kid that could make the top 64. Trey Henriksmeyer, very good bowler.
He's got a lot of tricks. A lot of tricks for a young man still in college at Wichita.
We'll get some cool stories on some guys this week, you know, the colleges they go to and you know, Team USA guys. We have 50. Oh, there it is, the old 6'9" out of the rack for Darren Tang.
Well, now you got to put it right back to the same spot. We got to stay here and see if we can do that.
I don't
Oh,
think
he's not even going to try.
He's not
Come
going to
on.
bowl.
That's
He's not
like
gonna
that's
do
a
it.
rule.
Oh, Trey will try to do it. Trey. Nah.
We got to go talk to Darren. So, Darren, come on. It's like clearing your own deadwood. You have to do that as well. You take out the 6'9", you got to throw
Oh,
it
he
back
could
to
be
the same
trying to
spot.
do it. No.
-1 for both of them. -1.
I tell you, yeah, I see them look.
This is the most upset we've been all season long, Jimmy, on that
Yeah.
practice shot.
See how Ryan went high and then he went light? You know what I mean? That window is when you're shaping it that much, if you get too steep, you see the speed bump, you get too much in front of it, it goes offline. You got to move right and get it to straighten up a little bit more.
Let's do a quick bounce of 35 to 38. A couple guys, Sean Lavery spars over there. Sean likes to hook it. J.R. Raymond, you know, J.R.'s not out here a lot, but 9 times out of 10, he's playing lanes correct. Let's see where he's at.
Yeah. I got to think Joe Paluzek's playing the lanes like we're talking about.
Another one, yep.
Yeah, he's going to be right around second arrow, I would think.
But 2 guys that are pretty straight with a couple of guys on this pair that like to hook it with Smart and Sean.
Yeah, that's a
Lavery
little too
spar.
much ball for Joey. I think he could actually ball down.
You know what else we have this week, Jimmy? We have the complete team Pants of Fury bowl in this event.
Oh, yeah, John Fury and Joey Pants.
Yeah.
My man Keith here's got some baby blue slacks on.
What kind of blue? What'd you call that?
Baby blue,
Baby
whatever
blue?
it is. I don't know.
That's a sharp outfit.
I couldn't pull that off.
Oh, I remember seeing him before. He does not get cheated.
No. I'll tell you one thing about Manuel Lotelera, too, from Colombia. He's always playing the lanes correctly. I mean, I guarantee he's not way left.
I got to look and see. We've seen Keith before. He was maybe here a couple years ago. He made it run.
Yeah,
I remember when he threw the ball. I remember him now. He doesn't get cheated.
Oh, he
at
knocks
all.
the holes out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember him. Oh, he made a big run. He made a big run the year at Suncoast. Yeah, if I'm correct. Might be from Hawaii.
Yeah, Colorado. Yeah, Parker,
Colorado. I thought
yeah.
he was.
Yeah, I remember that now.
Joey Pants. Shaker. Let's see what Lavery Spar is doing here. He's probably about 18. They could make them very messy if they don't work together.
Well, that's the other thing, right? We touched on it a bit earlier. With as big a field as we have, not all your top level players across country. A lot of people get in; they're going to play them a little bit different, and getting through qualifying can be a little messy at times here in this event because of the variety of styles. We've talked a lot off air. The young kids that like to get in and hook it, right?
Yeah.
Well, maybe not the best idea, but that's what they like to go to.
Correct.
So pair to pair is going to be interesting here. This week.
Not many guys have the skill to be up the back anymore and control the middle part.
Remember earlier, that's what Sean Rash has been working on. So this is what we have to offer. 8 channels. Bounce around. Enjoy this next 30 minutes or so left here in this practice session. If you're not a Bowl TV subscriber, take the time now. Go to bowltv.com. Pick the package that suits you best and come back and join us for the rest of this event and the rest of the season. PBA, PBA 50, PWBA action all year long right here on Bowl TV. So for Chase Kaufman and Jimmy Callan, I'm Craig Elliott. We'll see you tomorrow morning for the opening round here from Thunderbolt Lanes in Allen Park, 2026 USBC Masters. Remember, on Bowl TV, bowling lives here. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Bill O'Neill, winner. Bill O'Neill advances for title. Indeed. The birthday girl, Stephanie Zavala.
9 to make the show. There it is.
He yelled, "Do it," and he did it. BJ Moore makes the show. 10 is a win for Snodgrass. Title number 6 on the PWBA Tour.
Off his hand, it looks good. It looks good. He's done it. He's done it.